yourself. You know, everybody's just kind of going their own path. Oh, yeah, she got a big mouth. By the way, you're gonna see these people every single day. You will most likely start getting in trouble as well. It will come back to bite you in the butt. Is high school harder than 8th grade? You can still pay attention to the gossip, you just don't gotta be in it. Should you date in high school? If it's not about you, it's really none of your concern. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Victory Marie, and in today's video I'm going to be answering all your back to school questions because I know y'all wanted me to give y'all some advice, especially y'all that are upcoming freshmen. But this is honestly advice for anybody that's in school. It doesn't even have to be high school. This advice can be taken by anybody. So if y'all did not know, I'm going into my sophomore year of high school. I feel like I'm pretty credible to talk about this stuff, y'all, because freshman year was, I think, my worst year in my whole academic experience, whatever. So I really have a lot to touch on. Let's just get into this video. So the first question is high school harder than 8th grade? Yes, I would definitely say it is. You definitely don't have to make it extra difficult for yourself, but there are other things to get used to. It's not the same as 8th grade. It's honestly a lot more serious, and you kind of have to take it a lot more serious. There's a lot of different changes as well. It's definitely not like hard per se, but it is definitely like different, and it's just a lot to get used to basically. What will the first day look like? The first day is honestly going to be a little bit chaotic. There's going to be a lot of people asking where to go because they don't know like where their class is. Don't be afraid to ask a teacher like where you should go because they're literally expecting you to, because they know you're a freshman, and especially if you haven't went to orientation, you're definitely not going to know where to go. So don't be afraid to ask for questions, and also kind of keep in mind like how the building is laid out, because of the fact that you're gonna have to go through this schedule every single day, and you kind of want to find the easiest way to get to your classes every single day. So just kind of like pay attention to how the building's laid out. I think it took me like 2 weeks to figure out how everything was laid out, y'all. So don't be like kind of ashamed if y'all still don't know where your class is by the first week. It might take a lot to get used to, especially if you're going to a new school. So yeah, just don't be afraid to ask. Also, on the first day, there's going to be a lot of classes where you're just introducing yourself. There's going to be a lot of icebreakers, you know, to get you kind of like used to the environment again, and, you know, used to other people, because there might be new people in your school, or you might be new as well. So just kind of be open to that, and don't be scared to talk to other people. Maybe make a conversation yourself. At the end of the day, it's just school, and by the way, you're going to see these people every single day, so why not make conversation? What should I be prepared for? You should definitely be prepared for a different environment. There's going to be obviously a lot more kids because there's more grades. Be prepared for the teachers, okay? The teachers, y'all, there's so many different types of teachers. There's really great and understanding teachers, and there's also teachers that are like, literally, they came from hell. Like, I don't even know how to explain. I'm not saying that all teachers are like that, because it really just depends, but I'm telling you, there are going to be teachers that you don't like, and you just kind of got to get used to them, honestly. Like, they're going to be your teacher for the whole semester, or maybe 2 semesters, so just don't get irked by it, okay? There's also going to be your friends that you kind of go in separate paths because, you know, that's just how it is. You might not have classes with them, and that might like kind of alter how much y'all really see each other and how much your friendship grows. And it's kind of inevitable. Like, if you don't have classes with somebody, your friendship might, you know, kind of strain a little bit, especially if you don't even talk to them outside of school. Just kind of keep that in mind and understand that, you know, everybody's just kind of going their own path right now. It's very much a learning point for a lot of people. How do you stay out of drama or out of the mix? I would say definitely pick a good friend group. I'm telling you, when people like to get in trouble and they're around you, you will most likely start getting in trouble as well. It's just kind of the domino effect, okay? So just make sure that you pick good friends. It doesn't even have to be a whole friend group. It could just be, you know, a couple friends, 2 or 3, whatever the case may be. Just have good friends around you. Have good people around you that are not going to get you in trouble. And also keep your mouth shut, okay? Do not talk about other people. Don't gossip like that, because I'm telling you, when you start talking about other people, getting into gossiping, all that stuff, it will come back to bite you in the butt. Gossip and rumors, they spread. You don't want to be the type of person that people are looking at like, oh yeah, she got a big mouth, or they got a big mouth. Like, don't be that type of person. Just let it happen. You know, if gossips are happening, if it's not about you, it's really none of your concern. So just keep your mouth shut. And honestly, like, you You can still pay attention to the gossip, you just don't gotta be in it, okay? Because it's a whole different thing when you're in it. How do you manage electives? I would definitely say pick an elective that you like, and if you end up not liking it, let it be known, okay? Because I can definitely tell you, if you're gonna stay in an elective that you don't even like and you thought you were gonna like it, it's gonna be literally hell for you. Because like me, y'all, I was in graphic design. I didn't really like the class at all. I feel like it didn't even really teach me anything, but I just stayed in it for 2 semesters. I really could have went to a different elective and it might have been better for me. And also, electives are supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be something that you're interested in. So if you don't like your elective, be sure to change it as soon as possible, because once the middle of the semester comes along, you're not going to be able to change it, okay? You're literally not, and you're going to be stuck there. So if you have the time in the beginning of the school year, you're seeing like, this is not what I signed up for, tell your counselor right away and they're going to change you to a different elective. What should I put most of my focus in as a freshman? I would just say focus on your grades, you know, do what you got to do. In freshman year, y'all do not know how many teachers literally told me freshman year is like the hardest, or freshman year is a little bit tough to get into because of the fact that it's just a lot of change. And y'all would not believe me until y'all really see, okay? You're gonna need to like be on top of your grades. It's gonna be very easy for it to slip away from you. Is it better to have friends or just stay to yourself? Honestly, I feel like both ways can work. You can have friends and it can be good, or you could stay to yourself and it could be good as well. Like, it really just depends on the type of person you are. In my freshman year, I definitely stayed to myself a lot more. I didn't really talk to a lot of people. But you can also be the type of person that just, you know, has friends. I would just say to get good friends though. Don't get just a whole bunch of people that you have really no idea what their motives or intentions are. Get people that you know are like by you, stand by your side, they're helpful, they don't get you in trouble, stuff like that. Should I take dual credit classes? Most definitely, okay? So basically, dual credit classes are classes that you take for college and also for high school. So basically, like, you know how you get credits from classes? Basically, that class will give you high school credits so that you can, you know, obviously graduate, and it'll also give you college credits for when you go to college. And this is great because you can literally start this during like freshman year, and once you graduate from high school, you can already leave high school with an associate's degree. So definitely do it. It's very, very beneficial. And also, I'm pretty sure if you have like the first set of like classes for college already done, I'm pretty sure you don't have to stay on campus, which will save you so much more money. So yeah, it's definitely very beneficial. So I recommend it. I really do. How do you balance school and sports as well as having a YouTube channel? I actually don't do any sports. I stopped doing sports in 8th grade. I try to have really good time management. I know when to set aside time for YouTube, and I know when to set aside time for school. Just kind of like look at how long it's going to take you to do certain things. Like, say you come home, you know it's going to take you an hour to do homework. Set aside an hour just for homework, and then you know it's going to take you 2 hours to edit. Set aside 2 hours just to edit. It's really, really simple if you really think about it, but it's just definitely like daily stuff that can get in the way of that. Like, you know, being on my phone, y'all, is a big way that I can kind of lose track of, you know, managing my time. How do you have a fun freshman year? I would definitely say joining clubs, joining sports. Like, once you join a sport, y'all, you can make so many acquaintances and friends from that, because literally, like, you have to work together as a team. So if you're working together with somebody, you're bound to just, you know, create a friendship or some type of camaraderie towards each other. So that's really a great way, I would say, to have fun during your freshman year. Sports can definitely like open a new door for you. You never know what you're good at until you try it. So I would definitely recommend, you know, trying out a sport, or maybe even like going to a club, something that will kind of get you out of your shell and meeting new people, because that is really honestly important during freshman year. Also, going to school events and just like sporting events, that's also a great way to spice up your school year. Just little things that you can do to like socialize with other people. Is it hard to make friends? I would say no. Like, if you're like a social type of person, even if you're not a social type of person, there's people that will reach out to you, especially if you're like approachable. If you look approachable, people will reach out to you. Just try to, you know, be friendly, have a good look on your face. People will approach you, or you could even approach people. Just a simple little question or a simple little compliment can really make you a new friend, for real. How do you deal with annoying teachers? Y'all, I don't even know how to answer that question, for real. I would just say you have to deal with them. Like, that is really the only thing I would say. And maybe kind of put yourself in their shoes, like teaching all these kids. Some kids are super disrespectful. That's what I would say. Like, you know, just some teachers, they just don't want to deal with it. But I would definitely say I have had my fair share of annoying teachers. And the best thing I would do is just to listen to them, be understanding, and just, yeah, that's really it. Like, I don't know. With annoying teachers though, there's definitely great teachers. Like, there's really understanding teachers that will help you and really are just there to teach you everything you need to learn. Should you date in high school? I would say it's not bad to date in high school. The only thing is, I don't recommend dating somebody that's in your high school, because I feel like when you have a relationship in high school and that person goes to the same school as you, everybody's gonna know about it, everybody's gonna have an opinion about it. I would just say it's better like if your person didn't go to the same school as you, in my opinion, just so that not everybody is like in your relationship. You really have to have a trust on that person and not be doing nothing else in that other school that they're going to. But yeah, I would just say, like, definitely I don't think it's a bad thing to have a relationship during high school. Just make sure it's the right person and you're not forcing yourself to be in a relationship, because I'm telling you, if a relationship is meant to be, it'll be. How to deal with boys? I would just say, like, if you're not ready for boys, don't try to force yourself like I've been saying, and just don't try to get in a relationship like all the time. You don't need to be in a relationship every single month, okay? Or you don't have to keep staying in a relationship. You don't want to be passed around or nothing like that. Don't ever do something that you feel like someone is forcing you to do. Do your own thing. Don't listen to other people. Don't let other people pressure you. That's another thing. Don't try to be peer pressured in things you don't want to do. It is your body. It's your choice. Just do the things that you know are best for you. I've been saying this, but don't make a boy your whole world. Like, there's more to life than a boy. How do you stay to yourself? So for me, y'all, I definitely feel like I'm more reserved at school. I don't really talk. I get my work done and that's really it. And the best thing I would say is get some headphones, okay? If you want to stay to yourself, you don't really feel like talking to other people, get some headphones, bring your headphones, listen to music. It's a great way to keep yourself occupied and you don't really got to talk to people. How to be okay with not having friends? Like I said, it's okay. It's perfectly okay to have friends, but if you don't want friends, or you know, you just want to stay to yourself, get a hobby. Get something that you want to do. Get something that will take up your time and is beneficial to you, because that's definitely a great way to keep yourself occupied. How do you stay organized? Definitely get a planner. Get a planner if you want to stay organized and on top of your stuff, and just like write down the things you need to do every day. Write down the things you need to do like once a week. It will definitely keep you in check and keep you accountable. What classes should you put in order? The only thing I could say about this is try to get your athletic classes like PE, your sports, at the end of the day, because you know, it's just way better. You're not gonna mess up your hair. You're not gonna be all sweaty throughout the day. I remember having athletics literally first thing in the morning, first period during 7th grade. And let me tell you, doing your hair would literally just be a waste because of the fact that you would just literally sweat it off first thing in the morning. So since in high school you have like a choice when your classes are going to be, get an athletic class or a sports class later on in the day. Okay, so that was the last question. I hope y'all got some helpful advice from this. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.